Hello.
Hello. Hello. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
I was asking, do you mind giving a bit introduction of yourself and why you refer to yourself as the king of condoms?
Good. My name is Stanley Humphrey Ngara, the African king of condom. I work with LVCT Health, an NGO, a local NGO that support prevention of HIV/AIDS in Kenya. We manage, we have youth programs. We have a care department where we provide ARVs to people who are infected. We also deal with youth. We have a youth hotline number, 1190, where young people call and we counsel them online, not one-on-one, without face-to-face. And the youth are very happy because they express themselves without fear. We have training programs for counseling and other programs. We train people to become counselors. We have research programs. We have more than 16 programs that we do in LVCT Health. We have a sex work program, or most at-risk population program. We have men having sex with men program. We have drugs, people who are injecting drug users. We have a program. And we have dreams program. Youth below 24 years, between 24 and 18, and also 10 years, we have a program called Dreams. We have a lot of programs in LVCT Health. But now, King of Condom is a senior community mobilization officer. I create demand. I create demand for services that are being provided at LVCT Health. One is promoting proper, consistent condom use. I started doing this work like 20 years ago, but as a king of condom is 7 years. I have traveled various countries like China, Thailand, South Africa, Rwanda, to empower people and to learn on how to use condom. My mission is to go all over Africa, have different and empower different people to be. Also, we have king of condoms from different countries. And in our country, we have king of condoms in every county. That's my big dream.
Wonderful. So,
yes.
What really inspired you to start this campaign?
Maybe to be genuine. Some years back, HIV was very unpopular. And when I was youth, was young, most of my friends were infected with HIV, and even others died of HIV. We didn't know. And it was so painful because we did have VCT centers. There were no care package. In fact, for you to know your HIV status, in most cases, you used to wait for one of your friends to be infected or die. Then you wait a list. Some very notorious people are doing a list of maybe Joy had sex with John. John had sex with Mary. Mary had sex with so and so, and then you see where they were in that chain. And I came out because a lot of my friends didn't know how to use condom, didn't know where to get condom, and I decided to take the lead and bear the embarrassment of carrying the condom to the community where they are. I feel good when people use condom. I enjoy. I feel that people have taken responsibility. I don't force people to use condom. I have what we call 3D approach. It's called, when I see condom like this, my 3D approach is: one, we discuss about condom. Then I use the tools. I demonstrate how to use condom. I have tools to demonstrate how to use condom. These, I have designed them myself. I have them. We'll discuss about it. These are female condoms. These are male condoms. It's called 3D approach. We discuss, I demonstrate, and I distribute. And one of the things that really make me happy is that if we can check our sex workers on the street, one sex worker will have sex with 10 people per night. That is 30. If you compare 300 per month, if you compare per year, is a lot of people. But that lady will use condom all the time. And when you do HIV test to that lady, she's HIV negative because of condom. The sad thing is, our young people who are in love, they just have one partner and maybe one other sponsor or one other sugar daddy. And by the end, you get it because you don't have the discipline of using a condom. So my dream of putting a military attire is to enforce discipline, consistent on using condom, to have that authority, to empower people, to tell people the truth. And what I like is that what your mother didn't tell you, what your father didn't tell you, what your doctor, your teachers didn't tell you, the king of condom will tell you without fear that sex is important. Sex was created by God. Sex is sweet. You get it? But so many other things that can happen when you don't protect yourself from HIV, that you can get an unintended pregnancy, you can get HIV, you can get STIs, and it will, you will not get what really you wanted. In Kenya, we are getting like every day, we get between 8 new HIV infection in our country. Somebody who was not infected yesterday, getting infected today is bad. Is you know, we have lived with HIV for 36 years now. That's 7 years, just to be specific. And yet we are getting new HIV infection among young people. Why? Because they don't want to face the truth. They don't want to take the reality. Condom does not reduce the sweetness of sex. The sweetness of sex is in our mind, is not in our penis and in our vagina. No, it is in our mind. So if we protect ourselves, if we just say no condom, no sex, we can have a very good, safe generation that will be able to be safe and will continue by stopping these new HIV infection. We are getting more than 500,000 abortions every year in our country. And it's sick. Not using condom, you'll get pregnant, you don't know what to do with your baby, you'll abort. You will go to quacks. We know quacks who do things that will destroy your future. It's sad. A condom can stop pregnancy. That's true. And that pregnancy will, if you don't get pregnant, you will not get an abortion. Now, on top of that, it's sad. Last year, Barwan, we had 378,000 pregnant girls between age of 10 and 18. Remember, the youngest mother in our country is 9 years. It's so embarrassing. 9 years old girl getting pregnant, 10, 12, 13, 14 years old girls getting pregnant, and we are not allowed to talk about condom with our young girls? No. We need to demonstrate that condom has a meaning in life. it's feeling sexy is normal. Feeling sexy is something that we cannot discuss about it. It's healthy, but you need to control your feelings. Getting HIV is about fact. Getting pregnant is fact. And I tell people that using condom is a fact. You will not get infected. You will not get STI. You will not get HIV. That is a fact. But when you have sex without protection, it is true and it's fact. You can get pregnant. You can get all those other infections. But how do we communicate about sex? In most cases, we just tell people, sex ni mbaya. Wachana na sex. But what about the married people? We need to get the right way to communicate to our girls on how to use condom, our boys on how to use condom, and also why should we delay in having sex? Remember, it's so unfortunate. You cannot go to honeymoon and yet your honey is finished. You don't have any honey and you're going for honeymoon because it have been eaten by every dick and Tom and Harry in the village. We need to promote not only condom, but even people to delay sex. And if you can delay sex even in hours, you can delay sex even in years, months, weeks, and there's an impact when you delay sex. We need to talk about sex. In Africa, we don't talk about sex. Sex is a taboo. But I want to say again that I'll talk about sex and tell people about sex. In places like Rwanda, places like Uganda, they have what we call kachavari, or kunyanza. People sit down and discuss about sex and they are trained about sex. But here we just talk sex ni mbaya. And when you come to realize sex ni mbaya, you don't have control, you run away. You go with it. And by the end, you end up with HIV and others. Yesterday, I was addressing a young girl who is 24 years with 3 children, and they have been having 3 husbands, and the 4th one is beating this girl. Why? We are lacking control. We are lacking our self-control. We don't know what we are doing with our life. Marriage is not sex, and sex is not marriage. It's understanding your partner and staying with your partner. We are having a toxic relationship that are just determined, and the purpose of this relationship is just sex, nothing else. We need to stop these things. We need to tell people about the truth. Yes?
Yes.
So
yes. There are people who say telling people to use condoms, it's like being against abstinence. What can you tell them?
Using condom is?
It's like you're against abstinence among the youth.
I'm not getting this. You are breaking. Using condom is?
Like the people who think that when you tell people to use condoms, it's like you're telling them not to abstain anymore. They can have protected sex and it will be okay. How can you tell them?
Okay, I'm not really getting you. You're breaking, but
Anasema, she's saying, can you hear me, Stan?
Yes.
She's saying that the problem is there are people who think when you tell them to abstain, they're telling you, it's like, it's an immoral thing when you tell, it's like you're advocating for people to have sex when you're telling them to use condoms.
Let me be genuine.
So what would you say to those people?
Yes, I want to say that. If you have a driving license and if you don't have a car, what do you do with the driving license? Giving you a condom is not telling you now, okay, hey, go and have sex. No. You get it?
Yes.
And I said feeling sexy is normal, is healthy. And you never know when it will come, it will crave, you know? It is a safety tool. Now, let me ask you, when it's not raining and you have your umbrella, what do you do? Because you have an umbrella, you can just be having your umbrella every other time. You put it when it's very sunny or when it's raining. You put condom when it is necessary. And we have steps of sex. You don't just have sex because somebody is there. There are so many reasons of sex. There are so many benefits of sex. Remember, for married people, and I want you to take on the internet, you Google the benefit of sex. If you have sex for only 30 minutes, you burn 100 calories in your body. If you have sex with your partner, the more you have sex, the more you bond with your partner, the more you become together. When you have sex with your partner, sex is a sleeping pill. There are so many advantages of sex. So sometimes I just ask, you are not married, you're not in a relationship, but you are having sex with every dick and hand. Why are you having it? You can have sex as a business. We have sex workers, and in Nairobi alone, we have more than 50,000 sex workers who are in business every day. If you have sex as a business, you don't even have feelings. You just do it. You have no any connection with it. But if you have sex because you're in a relationship, it is so different. And the purpose and the sweetness and the value of that sex is very important. You get it? Now, giving out condom have an expiring date, 5 years. So I can give you condom today, and the condom I'm having today, they are going to expire in 2024. Yes. If I give you that condom now, and the condom have, 2024 years. If you can see this, the expiring date of your condom and the lot number, you can see, and the manufacturing date. Now, you can put this condom for more than 3 years in your house as you wait, as you postpone. So it's not a guarantee that when I give you condom, that you must use it before it expires. No, you can stay with it. That when that crave come in, you're sure you have a condom. You should be having condom. You should carry condom in your bags, in your handbags. You have female and male condom for your own security, not because you want to have sex. Yes, next question.
Do you encourage using condoms when you're married? Is there a need? Is there a need to use condom when you're married?
Yes, a lot. A lot. Because one, who make the choice of the family planning that your wife need? You sit down, the husband and wife, you agree, and you go through all the family planning methods. Some methods can have some side effect to your wife. And you can also sit down and agree with your wife on how. Maybe you can decide on condom with your wife, and you choose condom as a family planning method. Number two, you can have condom to prolong sex. Listen, when you talk about sex, and I want to demonstrate, this is the most important part for a man when having sex. The head of the penis have 4,000 nerves. The vagina, this is the vagina. Around the vagina here and inside, just 1 inch inside, it has 8,000 nerves. Get it? Now, for a man to prolong sex, the sensitivity of this head inside the vagina, that's what makes a man to ejaculate. If you want to prolong sex and have maybe it for 1 hour, 30 minutes, or there are some people who cannot even stay there for even 5 minutes or even 3 minutes, you can use condom to prolong sex. It is very important, even for married men who have problems like pre-ejaculation. They have problem. They can use condom to prolong sex. Okay.
Elizabeth, if you have a question.
Yes.
Yes. I have a question about teenage pregnancies, whereby
Yes.
you've said that it's mostly the nini imefanywa sahi. The research that has been done, it is mostly on the age bracket between 10 to 18 years.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So I am thinking of this girl because maybe teenage pregnancies have been, there's a way they have been linked to poverty. Maybe kwa these counties where they do not have education, they do not have money to buy their basic needs. So I'm thinking of this certain girl who is forced to get into this situation so that she may get basic needs. So what advice would you give to such a kid?
Well, and that's why we have a program called Dream Girls. We empower the girls. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
they don't need to exchange life with sex. We are stepping in even to help the mothers to cater for the basic need for education, taking kids to the school, buying books, buying school uniform. But we encourage what we call economic empowerment for the parents. That's what we are saying. These, if you check the teeny pregnancy, I know of a mother who is now a grandmother and is only 35. She's not even 40. She got her firstborn at age of 13. And the daughter also got pregnant at age of 13. So the grandmother is not financially stable. The mother is not financially stable. So what do you expect about the daughter? To have the same line, we need to break these chains.
Yeah.
And what we need to do is we need to empower the girl child. We are going to lack nurses in this country. We are going to lack professionals, ladies who are professional, because if all of them will get pregnant at teeny and they will not continue with the education, my friend, you are going to have problems. So what we need to do, we need to help. We need to have community activities, community empowerment of the girl child and the parents on taking responsibility. And the girl need to understand herself that the vagina can break her dreams by having early sex. So we talk about delaying sex activity for these young girls until they meet their dreams. Yes.
So back to HIV.
Yes.
How can you advise young people? For example, if the people who are dating, how will you when people who are HIV, for example,
Yes.
they can't get a chance to be tested for HIV. How will you know that your intimate partner is having the disease and maybe the partner is not telling you?
Whoa. You're breaking so much, my dear. You're breaking. I'm not getting.
Okay.
Hello.
I will ask you. Hello. Can you hear me now?
Hello. Yes.
Can you hear me? Oh.
Yes, I can hear you now.
I was asking for people who can't go and test their HIV status, then their intimate partner wants them to have sex with them. How can you advise them? As in, what is the status of the intimate partner, and they don't have a facility to test?
Can Rodrigue, can somebody tell me? I think your phone is.
You're
using your phone.
Hello, I'm here.
Yes, can you
Michelle,
tell
ask your question. Let me translate to the
yes,
king.
Please.
Ask again. Najua nilikuwa PA wake, sasa lazima ni harass tu.
Hey, Ebu sema what she's saying. I'm not getting you.
Aya, sema Michelle nisikie.
I'm asking for people who don't know their HIV status.
Right.
Your intimate partner is trying to hide his or her status from you and they want to have sex with them. What can you advise the young people to do before they have sex with the other person and they don't know their status about HIV?
Right. Umeshika King ama nikutranslate?
Nimeshika sasa. Nafikiri akiongea na wewe inakuja. Now listen. Listen. One of the best thing to understand, young girls, is HIV is 37 years old today in our country. Okay? And a majority of you are less than 24 years old.
Yes.
Now, a lot of young people who are born with HIV today are living longer than we expected. There is a lot of improvement in the world of HIV/AIDS. There are people who are HIV positive and they can give birth to a child who is HIV negative. Okay? That is plus two. Children who are born with HIV today are living longer, living healthy, and without stress because we have a lot of improvement in ARVs. So it's very easy for you to go to university, get a virgin girl who is living with HIV, and she knows, and it's not her right to keep on telling you, look, you cannot go disclosing your status to everybody because you're HIV positive. It is private and confidential. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, it is your duty to protect yourself, not any other person to protect you. Even if I'm HIV positive, it is my duty to use condom to protect myself because I don't know your status too. So you should not use condom depending with the status of the other person. You should use condom depending with your status, not other person. Because you want to protect yourself, not to protect the other person. Remember, even if you're HIV positive, we have different type of viruses. We have strains. There is A, B, C, up to G. So if I'm HIV positive strain A, HIV 1, we have HIV 1 and 2. Then we have HIV 1 strain A. So maybe if I'm HIV positive A positive with A, then strain B, and you are HIV positive HIV 2 strain A. If we have sex, I'm going to give you my virus and you give me your virus, and that way is going to complicate the virus that I have. So remember that when you're using condom, it is not because of you don't know the status of others. It is because you want to protect yourself. Okay? From HIV, from STIs, and from pregnancy. Remember, somebody might be HIV negative. What about STIs? We have gonorrhea, and if you have blowjob with somebody, you'll have gonorrhea of the throat. Get it? So imagine you have some infection and you think it is you're having a cold, and it is not cold. We need to be more aware about sex and the prevention measures that we have. So condom is not for others, it is for yourself first. So when you're carrying condom, it is because you love yourself and you like to protect yourself from all those infections that I have said about.
I have a question, another one. So if you use let's say maybe partner HIV positive and you're HIV negative. So is it like if you use a condom, does it guarantee you like 100% you will not be infected with HIV?
Yes. Listen, maybe that's a very good question, young girl. I love it. The condom, and I'll give you a very short history about condom. The first condom was made before Jesus Christ. People are using animal intestine. So there was that know-how that a condom, if you stop the sperms getting into the other person and the fluids, that person will not get pregnant and that person will not get STIs. We have what we call disconduct couple. One person is positive, the other one is negative. And in Kenya, we have more than 500,000 couples that we know, and they have sex and they use condom, and then one partner remain negative forever. Are we together? So it is guaranteed. But how do you use condom? The question is, how do you use condom? And that we say properly. Remember, there are some people who will use condom. They will start without condom, but when they want to ejaculate, they put on condom. You can get infected. So there are some people who can use condom even before foreplay. You know, foreplay, they are not using condom, and they expose themselves by touching, and allowing the private parts to touch, and the vagina fluids will get into the penis or something like that. Now, when you talk about proper use of condom, is one, check the expiring date. Be prepared psychologically that you are having sex, and the reason. Sometimes somebody have condom, but psychologically you are not prepared. Your muscles are tight, and somebody maybe don't know how to put on condom. Somebody will be in a hurry, just want to put condom for his own satisfaction. And in the process, this is what I'm doing. Somebody want to penetrate a very tight, the other partner is tight, not wet, the muscles are tight, and that is a condom burst. So this person have used condom, but it's a sleeveless condom. This person will be infected and will get pregnant or STIs. So how to use condom is very important. Even the storage of condom, where do you put condom? I know some people put condom in their wallets, in their somewhere you expose it to sun, and the value of that condom will not be good. It will not be safe for you. So how to use condom is very important. Yes. Ask.
Okay. So can you still use condom if you do not want to get a child?
Definitely. Hey, my friend. Yes. Maybe to back up.
I think
You know, Stan, I like the way anastuka inanibamba. You should see their faces. They're very scared.
Yes, we need to tell them the truth.
Exactly. When you spend enough time with, of course, Stanley, you start becoming aware. And I think that's one of the most important things I learned from him as his PA for around 3 to 4 years, that being aware is very important. Being aware, and like he said, I like what he said in the beginning. He said, I'm not giving you so that you can go practice. I'm giving you so that you can go and be ready. And then he's even going to say, it's not just about being physically ready. It's about even being mentally and spiritually ready and say, this is what I want to do. So even if you have it and you're not ready mentally, there's nothing that is you're just going to trap yourself. You could have the protection, but at the end of the day, kama akili yako haiko sawa na spirit yako haiko sawa. Anyway, sorry King, endelea. Nani ako na swali? Somebody else with a question. Naona kama Stanley amefreeze. Oh, amerudi. Stanley, sasa tunakusikia. Aya, nani ako na swali? Aulize Stan sasa.
Mimi niko nataka afanye demonstration Rodrigo.
Oh, Stan, do the demonstration with the male apparatus and the female apparatus, especially the nini, inaitwa nini? The female nini. Siwezi sema niko ofisini, nitaromba mateke huku. Mefreeze. Sana mefreeze. Wacha amalize kufreeze, mefreeze. Yeah, but this is an opportunity. Don't be afraid to ask questions if you have questions. Stan naona umefreeze. Jika umerudi back online. Amerudi. Stan tuambie. Tunataka ufanye demonstration ya zote. Na kuvalisha zote. Washa mic. Washa microphone. Acha nikuwashie mic. Wewe hujawasha mic yako Stan. Wapi nikuwashie mic?
Okay.
Washa mic sasa.
Nimewasha.
Yeah, hiyo. To demonstrate sasa vile unavalisha.
Before tuende hapo, what I can say about condom that because of condom bust and consistent, yes, we are encouraging people to use PrEP. Yes.
Yes.
We are encouraging people to use PrEP, and in case you have unprotected sex within 72 hours, you can have PEP. So we have PrEP and PEP. These two things are very important, and you can get them in any health center. You should not wait to be infected when we have a lot of prevention methods. You can use condom, you can use PrEP, you can abstain, you can be faithful to one person who is also faithful to you. And you should always make sure that before you engage yourself with any person, you should both know one another HIV status, okay? So let me start with the female condom because of time, and I can see I cannot be able to connect it to charger. This is a female condom. We have packed the female condom now in a very good way. It's a nice package. And
I like. Package different from what I remember.
Yes. I need to make sure that you have some samples and you give your girls. Female condom is very, very nice. Female condom is not made of rubber. It is made by a special material called nitrile. And we have female condom too. That's why you see every place you see this is FC2. The first female condom was white. It was female condom 1. Now we have female condom 2, which is more improved, nice, called Condomize. Should always condomize. And this one, listen, it have 2 rings. The first ring, this one, will help to insert the condom inside the vagina. That is how it looks like. And guess what? You hold it like this. This is the vagina. You insert like this. You see the way I'm inserting? You insert. I'm inserting the ring inside the vagina like that. You hold one finger. You push the ring inside the vagina like that. You push. I'm pushing the ring. Now in human being, you don't expect to see this ring coming out. You get it? Can you see? The ring is coming out, but in human being, we cannot see. You don't keep on checking that the ring is coming. I'm pushing the ring. I'm pushing the ring. I'm pushing the ring inside the vagina, and this is the outer way. So when you put condom, that ring will cover the ribs, the minor majora, you know, and that is the way. When you put the condom like that, it is so friendly. If you want to go for short call, you just bend like that. You susu from here, see, then you return the condom, you are safe. When your man comes, make sure he does not put on condom. It is you alone who put on condom, the female. So the man will come without condom. This man need to be directed. Sometimes men can be in a hurry and they can pass through the bypass and go on the wrong, penetrate through the wrong side. You should direct the man to penetrate. Yes, bypass ya Ruiru. Should direct the man apitia wapi? At the center. Akimaliza, you roll the condom 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then you pull the first ring and the second ring. You pull them together. Then you go and dispose. And when you talk about dispose of condom, it's 3. You can burn condom, you can put in a bin, or you can bury. That is the best way of using condom and disposing condom. That is female condom. You use you use female condom 1 times 1, as in one partner, 1 female condom, 1 round. You cannot reuse the condom more than once. That is the how to use the female condom. How to use male condom? Remember, maybe I forgot to mention this. Check the expiring date of condom. If you can check here, we have the lot number. You can see this condom will expire 2025. 2025. That is the expiring. For male condom, also check the expiring date. When the penis is erect, tear the condom from above, the way I've done it. This is the way. Condom have inside and outside. Hold the condom like this. Put on an erect penis like that. Roll down. For male condom is very easy. And when the person is ready for penetration, just penetrate. If you feel the person is dry, and I don't expect to say that we can have a discussion on another day about using lubricant. Some people, because of excitement, some people because they panic, they tend to be dry, or because maybe when you get old because of menopause and other things. We have what we call lubricant, and lubricant is just used to soften sex. This one, we don't advise people to use Vaseline, cooking oil, avocado, and other things to soften the vagina. We have specific. This is called Sure lubricant. Sure lubricant is a free government product, and you tear from here like this. You tear from, it's very easy, and you put on top of a condom. For people who maybe they feel pain when making love, look for lubricant, because maybe you don't wet properly, and when you put it, it will avoid condom bursts. This is very good. Then of how to remove condom. If you are in a place that you have serviette, you have a newspaper, you have a towel, pull the condom, not using your hands because of your own safety. Use something like tissue or serviette. Me, I have serviette in my office. And here you are safe. For condom, we can also talk about, we are having a lot of now oral sex. If you want to have oral sex, let me show you. Use condom, because you will get some infection. This is the inside, this is the outside. The outside, put it on your tongue like this. Roll down. Roll. Because we are now recording a lot of gonorrhea or STIs in our mouth, because there is a lot of, we have anal sex, we have oral sex, we have vagina. And people can use their mouth in the anus and in the penis and vagina, and also it can get sick. So use condom all the time. It is very important. Condom does not stop the sweetness of sex. Condom protect somebody from getting infection. Thank you.
How worried they are. If you look at their faces, you can see how worried they are.
Yeah, I'm happy. If they are worried, at least they have
That's
something
good,
new.
but that's a good reaction. That's something that Stanley looks up for. When you're worried, then it means he's done his job, because it will scare you into actually having one. In fact, I'd want to say I always carry one in my pocket. Me, hakuna mahali haikuangi, because it's important to have. Yeah. Even the female one, I always have it ready anytime, any day. Tafadhali. Nasi tafadhali. Yeah. Anyway, continue the session. Any comment, Elizabeth?
Are there negative inaitwa nini? Are there negative
Side
side
effects.
effects.
Disadvantage of using condom.
That's what I was looking for. Are there side effects of using
Only few people.
condoms?
No, only few people say that they have allergy when they use condom, and they're made of rubber. And we tell them if you have allergy of male condom, you can use female condom. There is no any side effect of using condom. In fact, it is celebration, because when you use condom with somebody and then tomorrow you hear that person is HIV positive, you will not panic. Condoms stop anxiety and rumors in the village. Okay. So if you have Kimpango Akando a boyfriend, and then after sometimes you hear he's positive, you will not panic, because you protected yourself when you had sex with him. That is very important. So what I urge you to do, you can call our 1190. It is free toll for counseling, for any question, anytime you have any problem, refer these people to call. We can cancel them for free. There is no payment when you call 1190. We're also working towards stopping gender-based violence. Don't allow anybody to misuse you, anybody to beat you, anybody to violate your rights, and sexual abuse. Talk to us. We are going to deal with people, and we're also going to provide counseling and support. We also want to do a campaign on violence against children. Let parents, let anybody not abuse a child, because this time during this coronavirus, a lot of things have happened and people are feeling miserable and they are doing crazy things in this world. But don't hurt anybody, don't abuse anybody, don't destroy the future of anybody because of your own needs. I'm very strict on this, and my pro uniform is strictly for campaign on gender-based violence, and together we can make a difference. I'm very happy for your time. Very happy for your.
I'd like to say that kidogo tu Stan. I'd like to say Stanley ndiye anafuatilia ile kesi ya Oliver. If you all remember Oliver, ule mzungu mwenye alikuja kuonyeshana hapa maneno. Stanley
Yes.
and make sure your kesi inafuatiliwa. If you saw a case where the husband was being beaten by a wife, Stanley is also the guy who's following that case to make sure, you know, someone is okay and everything is okay. Stanley has also been on the forefront of following easy stories of femicide all the time, anytime, any day. He's always very free. Hanimangi namba yake. So if you need to reach him, he's here. You can reach him. Nimemaliza kazi yangu ya PA. Mko na maswali wasichana? Because I know he wants to go.
Ningetaka kuzile kuhusu femicide. The way it has been increasing, imeonekana an average of, is it 137 women are being killed by their own intimate partners, which is so bad. What can you say about that?
One of the things that Intasema, when you are starting a relationship, it's very important to know the background of a person. You get it? You need to be patient. Now we are just rushing to relationship and marriage because of finance, and when finance disappear, love disappear, and people start treating their loved one. You know, sometimes I feel pain that the person that you used to go to shower with, you used even to go extra, shave your partner, do everything for your partner, kiss, is the same person who is killing you. You get it? What went wrong? Let's not rush to relationship. Let's be genuine. Let's be faithful. Let's stick to our principles in marriage. These things are happening, and some things I'm feeling bad of a young girl who was raped by the father, the uncle, and some other relatives. I know of a girl who had been raped by more than 7 members of the family, and that girl is so traumatized. At least we are helping the girl. There are things that are happening, and I'm saying, don't expose yourself. Even if it happened, it's not your part. You're not the cause. You didn't invite it. But try as much as possible to protect yourself from abusive relationship and things that will not be good. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe the last question.
Yes.
Maybe the last question. So rape cases were mostly on the girl side. like they're mostly known to be on the girl side, a child who is a girl has been raped and like that. So my question is, are there cases where the boy child gets raped, and how are there cases where you get that a boy child has been raped?
A lot.
And what
Yes, yeah,
happens? What happens? Zinaachwa tu. Uh-huh.
No. Listen, if you sodomize, if you rape, and we talk, if you penetrate a young man by force, that is sodomizing. If you rape, it is very clear. The minimum years you can be jailed is 10 years. Mm-hmm. Most of the people fear to report rape cases, and they don't know how to go about it. Number one, if you are raped, don't blame yourself. Mm-hmm. It is not because you're a human that you have been raped. The problem is that person who is raping you. Be strong, maintain the evidence. So don't shower, don't wash the panty, remove all the clothes and put them in a khaki, or you roll with a newspaper. Don't put them in a nylon paper. Go to them to the police station. Go to the to the hospital. The evidence, the medical legal services will be given, and those evidence are needed. You'll be given PEP. You'll take medicine for 28 days. You'll be given something to stop pregnancy. You'll be supported. You'll be counseled. If you understand all those things, and if you have evidence, don't panic, don't cry, don't feel guilty. Come, you'll get justice, you'll get support. Don't keep quiet. Yes.
Thank you for that.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Michelle, maybe to Malaysia.
Yes.
What can you tell people let's discuss about domestic violence. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello. I was talking about domestic violence. Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
About domestic violence.
Hi, I'm not getting.
Ask Michelle, I'm here, ask.
She's asking.
Talk about domestic violence that is happening. How can you tell people when you're on a scam maybe to the next door and they don't report in the name, they don't want to interfere? How will they help such people? Come up and something and they don't want to report because they're saying maybe they want to interfere, and which leads to people dying. Now people were just ignorant about it.
Umesikia swali sana ama ni turudia tena? Washa mic yako sana, hata nikuwashie hiyo mic yako. Here we are.
Okay, nimewasha.
Good. Aya, ask your question Michelle, najua King hajasikia.
Sijasikia, na simu yangu inataka kupoa sasa.
Tutauliza ya mwisho.
I wanted to advise people who are ignorant about domestic violence, like they can hear screams the next door and they won't report, and then they don't want to interfere, which is causing people to die, mostly women, out of ignorance.
Umesikia?
Okay, that's nice.
Umesikia swali?
Nimesikia na simu yangu ina misbehave. Thank you so much. Sawa.
Answer your question. Ni swali umeulizwa, uta-advise aje wase wadogo. Itazima.
Ngoja, sikiza.
Sawa, yes.
If you're involved in a domestic violence, Sindio?
Yeah.
Don't allow it to happen. Get it?
Yeah.
If somebody even point you, treat you, mistreat you, don't allow that, because it will build up, and by the end of the day, that person will kill you. That person will do something that you cannot believe. You should try to stop. as much as possible. Anything that is going to stress you, something that is going to bring stress, somebody who promised to beat you, to kill you, don't take it lightly. Get out of those toxic relationships. Thank you very much. Please, I don't want to get embarrassed. My phone is going. It has done some. Nasina charger karibu. Thank you. Thank you, my PA, for that. Thank you for hosting me. Anytime I'll be available. And together we can make a difference. Okay?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Together we can make a difference. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Well, thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Yeah, so Michelle and Liz, you can end the show now. Or if there's something else you'd want to add, your final comments.
Hey, Beth. Oh, I wanted to say, we should. Okay, if you cannot abstain, use protection. That's one thing to avoid cases of having HIV, STDs, and early pregnancies. In this case, unplanned pregnancies, which is bad, especially for, it can lead to depression. But the manager because hakuwa na ball and the boy is not ready to support. If you see I'm stable, I'm distress. So they say it's better prevention than cure. Protect yourself if you cannot. The other thing is concerning femicides. I had a statistics here. They said an average of 137 women across the world are being killed by their intimate partners and even family. So that means an average of five women in every 1 hour, which is so bad. Let's be the difference that we want to see in the world. Hakuna haja kuwa manzi yako labda kupendi ama unaona she's there for them but ama unaona death. There's no need.
Yeah, nakubaliana na hiyo actually. By the way, it is bad. Femicides ni mbaya, and actually what he has said is very true. Ukijipata in a relationship where there's domestic violence, I think the best thing ni usivumilia hapo, you'll get to be murdered before you know it. So and another thing nimependa that he has said is that the availability of condom doesn't mean like you go to having sex everywhere. It doesn't mean kwanza venye ametumia na driving license na having a car. So there are two different things. You have a condom everywhere. It doesn't like necessarily mean that it's like I want to max like go now. No, that is very very important. And nimependa hiyo sana. It was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. I love the thing I wanted to say. Mbona napotea? It is something important, by the way. Yenye amesema don't take threats lightly. Kuna saying inasemanga, people say a lot of true things in jokes. Unasikia tu mwanaume wako amekwambia na wewe itakuwa siku moja. Don't take it lightly, by the way. That person might strike them who are mean. Like the woman who was mwenye alikatwa. Unamkumbuka mwenye alipigwa shoka kama ni nani? Hiyo time, that era. Don't take threats like your boyfriend. Kwanza say it's the best time. Akikwambia anytime you're having an argument, he's there threatening to kill you or to beat you. You take that seriously. Not don't get yourself. You know, guys are like, ata change juu yangu nitafanya. No. You cannot change a man. The change must come from him.
Wasichana we understand. Yeah. Wasichana tunakuwa very understanding.
And don't usidanganye my friend. No, that person can kill you without knowing. The other thing is about domestic violence. It's happening in many homes. Unapata the dad is beating the mom in front of the children, of which inafanya kama kuna a boy child there and adapt to the habits of the father. So kama sisi if you're a big sister or a big brother, help out. You talk to your parents about it, and if they have to fight, suppose they have to fight to prove a point. If you can't change them not to fight around your younger siblings, it's not nice. And if you're going through something which is bad, like femicide or domestic violence, or someone is threatening you, someone amekurape or something, don't be afraid to report them. You'll be protected.
You remember what I told all of you when I talked about run like the wind, run. Mkitaka hata nikuja na wheelchair nitakuja nikuchukue, because you see these are the things that are happening. Because clearly, and I'll tell you this, as someone who has been his PA for a while, I can tell you the number of cases we were finding. Dem amerushiwa acid, dem amerushiwa majimoto, boy amekatwa transformer, and things like that, and it's just an issue. I remember one day we had to go rescue a girl. She was 17. Alikuwa amekatwa vidole zote za mkono ya right as discipline, and then akamwagiliwa uji moto kwa hizo vidole ndio acho na hiyo muasho. And I remember trying to find and that was a boyfriend, by the way, trying to find, we were running to try and find him, but we couldn't find him, and we've never been able to find him. But up to today, sasa ananga vidole za mkono ya right, and that was her dominant hand. And so you can imagine how life was difficult for her, things like that. While in KU, I remember having, KU is my alma mater, I remember having a case of a lady who infected people with that disease for almost 15 years straight. Na alikuja akatoa list, that was in 2011, akatoa list kubwa. Kulikuwa na watu wengi, prominent people. So na alikuwa ametoa list. So you had to go, she was from Moi University. You had to go and cross-check if your name is there. Na alikuwa anazieka na, Maura Julius Rodrigo. So you look for M. That's how many, how much they were. So you can imagine these things exist, and these things are there.
Alafu no, because kwa sababu niko na swali na Mr. King hayuko. Sasa Rodrigo, you help me out.
Niulize. Ni sawa, niulize.
Most of the time domestic violence huwa inakuwa iko related na girl child, si ndio? Sijui haya leo
Yes.
niko #boychild leo. So are there like kuna hizi scenarios whereby si kuna these families where the ladies ni wao breadwinner kwa hiyo familia, si ndio?
Right.
So are there cases where the guys are the ones who are suffering from domestic violence?
Yes. There's a recent one. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the one that I've told you. Stanley is the one that has been following up. Yeah, mwanaume fulani anapigwa na the wife because the wife feels that mimi ndio na earn, so it should be the wife in the house and things like that. It's happening. It's there. It's there like you've never seen before. It's there, and the thing about it, for the male child, it's so dangerous because they can't speak out, and if they want to speak out, it becomes a very complicated issue, because once you speak out, you remember we're in Africa, yeah, where being a male is seen as being a demigod. So have you ever seen gods cry? Gods don't cry. So we've been taught as the men and the males in Africa that crying is something for the women. Crying is something for the female gender. And so a lot of these things are happening, but they're happening huko chini ya maji, so much so that you will never, ever hear of any drama that is happening that is involving the male child particularly. Yetu inarushangwa tu chini ya maji, but although, this kuna kuanga na, like the way women have feeder, sisi tunakuanga na mawe. Mawe simply means maendeleo ya wanaume. Sasa hii maendeleo ya wanaume ubaya ni hata ule jamaa mwenye anafaa kutetea pia yeye uinuliwa every once in a while. Sasa unashangaa umeenda kutetea mwanaume lakini pia wewe umeshikwa mashati na dem na amekurusha. So it's not as serious. I mean, we are laughing at it, yes, but it's something that I think the males, we need to work on it. We need to have people who are sitting the males down and telling them it's okay to not be okay. Yeah, you can ask me questions, by the way. I am qualified. Yani mpaka tai.
Nakwambia leo tumevaa tai. Okay.
Huyo alikuwa mdosi wangu. Huwezi kuja ovyo ovyo mbele ya mdosi. You have to be clean. Yes.
You actually had your mask on.
I know.
At first.
Yes. So lazima ukiwa kwa mdosi lazima ukae chonjo bwana.
Just in case of anything.
Someone is speaking. Nimesikia nikiitwa. Huyo ni Mboro ananiita ama ni nani huyu?
Ni Mboro.
Ni nini?
Sema.
Rodrigo
Ni Mboro ananiita huko, wewe wacha nasikia. Ongeza sauti Mboro nisikie, uliza swali.
Okay. Like the king alikuwa anaongea kuhusu Uganda has something to do with how they will discuss sex, then Rwanda. So how about Kenya? I'm asking. My question is about do you guys get a challenge when you are partnershiping with this campaign about distributing CDs to youth and to everyone? Do churches like go against you? People go against you?
A lot, 100%. In fact, the only church that I think hasn't gone against us at some point was Mavuno. And you remember how there was a time Mavuno was going through a lot of issues and a lot of drama because of some advert they had done, which was encouraging youth to protect themselves. So a lot of religious institutions don't like it when we talk about this. In fact, I'm even sure, even the hosts, when they were advertising that they're going to interview the king, I'm sure one of them or both of them must have come under fire ile ya tena umeanza kuleta vitu kama hizi kanisani, and then it's a problem, you know. So it happens mpaka tumezoea. For me, I'd say I'm very very safe. If there was 100% rating ya kusave you, mimi ningekuwa hapo. Mimi niko hapo, but I also like talking about that activity that we do at night. Yeah, because it's very important to talk about it. Why? Because it's part of our lives and it's clearly not going anywhere. So as long as it's not going anywhere, we might as well just talk about it. It's like disability. You can't afford talking about disability because disability is there. Hakuna mahali tunaenda, tuko, and we're here to stay. Even in the offices that I am, we're having those discussions of, guess what, man? It exists and there's no way we're going to get rid of it. So the best thing to do for me, if you ask me, I'll tell you, is set yourself up to know. Even the Bible says people perish because of lack of knowledge. So now you have the knowledge. Now you know what to do. What you do with that knowledge is what will matter at the end of the day. So if we set ourselves up to be able to look and be able to, discuss some of these things, then we can be able to have these conversations that allow us to say, okay, mi nimepitia hii. I'll tell you right now, let me see. Right now we have 6 participants. Out of those 6, lazima kuna mmoja mwenye experience violence of some sort, either ya relationship, ama ya marriage, ama ya somewhere, right? And that tells you. In fact, Mboro, you're right. We are usually 30, but today we are 6. Why? Because this is a very unpopular topic. And that tells you how we are, where we are as a nation, where we are as the youth.
Yeah, because parents would not talk about it. Parents don't talk about it. The church will not talk about it. So we live in a society where we are uninformed. Actually, exactly. I'm here and I'm learning a lot. Actually, I've learned a lot today. I've just been silent, learning a lot.
Yeah.
And so that's a big problem. That's
exactly.
a big problem for our country.
It is a big problem that I can actually even say next Friday, and I don't want to spoil this because the host will tell us in few, this week coming, they're going to interview someone very controversial, someone very, very controversial, someone who was affected by the disease at the age of 18, and now she's 30. Michelle, she's 30 what? Michelle, how
32,
she's 30, 36 now. I'm a 35. Actually, she's 35 now. 35. So you can imagine, and from 18 to 35, imagine Boro, she's been infecting men. So that tells you ile body count ako nayo ni kubwa
Very
sana.
big.
So if we learn to have these conversations, which is why I was talking to, which is why we started Youthful Expressions, so that we can be able to have these candid conversations and be able to discuss. It is okay if people feel that this is an unpopular topic, we can't talk about it. But those who want, gain knowledge. It's good to gain knowledge. I always tell Michelle and Elizabeth, never allow yourself to be the smartest person in the room. Never. If ever you are in a place where you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You're in the wrong room.
Okay.
Yes. Naongeanga mingi.
But they do miss him crazy. Like people are so shy about this topic. I don't know why. And also the church is helping you to turn a blind eye to the reality. Sex equal. I don't know why they want to hide this. And impact those occupations. That's why we're having early pregnancies, people dropping out of schools. And I think if they started this like sex education earlier, to avoid a lot of things. But who is Kenya? So we can't complain. But
like the lady was saying, the lady herself was admitting and saying, the one that we're going to interview next, she was admitting and saying, but me Rodrigo ninge advice you mapema story. I wouldn't have gotten the disease. If my own mother sat me down and told me that this is what is happening and these are the devices that are there to protect yourself. By the way, let me tell you something. What Stan has given you, what the king has given you, is the safest way, because you see, even injections, they have side effects like you've never seen before. They mess with your hormones, they mess with your system, and sometimes they can leave lasting effects. Implants, hizi mashindano, mtu anadungwa shindano for 5 years, anadhani yako sawa. But after those 5 years, you'll try getting, but by the time system yako inarudi online, unapata uko off kabisa, right? So for me, what the king has given you is the best bet. Best bet anytime, anywhere.
True. Actually, I can say courses already to me attend this session. Let's try to make a change also. Advise people. Actually, you know, people say I'm becoming immoral if you tell them the truth and facts about sex. So I say, oh, you backslide. But because they don't want to be told the truth, no, really, sex is bad.
Remember only backslide.
I don't want to attack the church or something, but mostly what the elders, they tend to tell you, unafanya wengine wapate hamu ya sex because they're telling them to use condoms or something. You see, but the quality, some people cannot abstain. It's, you know, they act like everyone can abstain, but not everyone can abstain. You should keep in mind out there who are taking, like King said, sex workers, which for them is their source of income. So don't tell them to abstain and intelligence, you see. But yeah, I think we should start the change, see whenever, if we want to change also. Elizabeth.
Yes.
I agree 100%.
So,
yeah, Derry has a question. Derry is raising his hand.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Sorry, niko mahali nje, niko job, but I'm trying to follow the meeting. Nimekuwa nikikatika. So, but I followed the whole topic, although nimepotea some places. And I used to say, there's those days when kuna kitu like nimekuja kwa akili. There's those days when kids used to be wa society. Yeah? It's not like nowadays mtoto akitoka ni wako wewe ushughulike mali yako. There's those days when mtoto alikuwa wa society. So I guess those days we used to learn a lot across families. Because kama wewe ulikuwa unatoka, unajua maybe some people wamezaliwa maybe 2000s kuendelea mbele, maybe amko mnakubadilisha kwenda kuona TV kwa neighbor, ulikuwa unachapwa sana. But sasa Okay, during our time, tulikuwa tunatoroka, unaenda kwa neighbor, you see what those people do, what they talk about, but tukirudi kwenu, the same thing is not being talked about. So kuna like that niche that needs to be addressed, especially with this generation of ours. Kuna that topic ya sex, by the way, hiyo kitu haiongelelewa wangu a lot. Haiongelelewa wangu, and I really appreciate vile King amesema, and I really want another meeting with that guy. He was like really open. I have not seen such a guy. He was like really open with us, and I'm able to like to the face. This is what happens. This is what happens. It's a fact, and you're supposed to protect yourself if need be. And I really appreciate Kilian. So mine was just to say this was a wonderful session, and I've learned a lot. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Rodrigo. Thank you, Michelle. And thank you, Elizabeth, for this session.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, Rodrigo, I think we do a government mahali. So, tell them to like the sex education.
You are burning. You are burning.
Waweke kwa syllabus. At least vitu kama PE, because a lot of people now are very lazy. So at least kama sex education, and they just be open with it, because they're losing a lot of people. So you tell me how many girls will go back to school, and you see the statistics they have pregnancies. So for me, I think
actually the biggest challenge is, like you said, now we guys are about to go back to campus in September, and you can imagine going back to campus in September, and let's not assume everybody is as grown as we are, yeah. So you find there are fights in campus about girls who went where ulionekana wapi, sijui ukifanya nini. Someone ataenda ajinyonge, mwingine atajichoma na uji, mwingine atachomwa na acid, mwingine atajihang, mwingine, all those kind of things. So
yeah, this lack of knowledge inafanya people victim and suicide because they're being depressed. Okay, Elizabeth, so just me lazima. Tell us something.
Alafu kitu yenye I think he is very important kwa huu msimu nakwambia, hii msimu guy, huu msimu wa kwenye the way kumekuwa na a lot of teenage pregnancies, like si umeona hiyo ma research yenye inafanywa, so kuna a lot of rise of early teenage pregnancies. So I think this topic is very important, and when you mesema, it is true, there are so many churches like they don't support hikitu, they don't support these things, but in real sense it is needed. I'm actually thinking of even getting to a place where inafunzwa pia tu like the primary kids, kwa sababu si hata yeye mwenyewe amesema teenage pregnancy iko between 10 to 18. How mostly wako either high school, wengine hata primary.
Actually you are right. You see, he also said the youngest mother in Kenya is 9 years old.
9,
yeah, and that is not high school. Huyo haiko high school.
9 years old ni age ya Kinan bana.
Imagine.
I know. Mtu young sana. I was shocked. Wow, it is surprising.
Imagine, namta kwa 9 years.
Imagine.
That's so bad.
So at the end of it all, it's something that inafaa kuambiwa to everyone. Na mimi simu yangu imeanza kumisbehave, so there's a way nita left. My phone is like 2%.
If you guys don't have any questions, we can finish the session. It's okay.
Yeah, I think
unless kuna mtu ako na swali.
Not really, but someone, Florence has said, thank you, I have learned a lot. So this session was very informative. People have actually learned a lot. Yeah, I think we can end this. Thank you, people, for coming. Thank you. This has been a wonderful session. Thank you for joining us. We are the Youthful Expressions. I'm your host, Michelle Midigo, together with Elizabeth. powered by J.RODRIGEZ Entertainment. That's our CEO over there. Mwenye anafanya na sweetie.
Hata sisi tuna boss wetu hapa. Tuko na boss wetu hapa. Sijui Michelle turinge. We have our boss over here. Neti hatujapata hii.
Itabidi mkikutana na mimi mnapata hii. Mkikutana na mimi mnapata hii.
Thank our tutawahitaji wote wanakuwa so loyal. Kina Kiganya, Derry, Florence, Faith, you people are so loyal. We thank God for you. Thank you for joining. Spread the word. Also, tulikuwa tunataka ku create a WhatsApp group. If you want to be added for the group, just like in your number. We'll create the group, then we'll add you all. Yeah, I have nothing else to add.
Yes.
Oh, great. Follow us on Instagram at JR Entertainment Group and also on YouTube. Check our videos, subscribe, and like and comment. Kama kawaida, you know. And share the love, spread the joy. Yeah.
Mine is just to say thank you to everyone who is
Thank
here.
you.
Asanteni sana. Let's have conversations. Let's have more. Next Friday, we're having someone very, very, very controversial. Controversial level yake, I think iko na hapo 10 out of a scale of 10. Yeah. So we're having her over and we look forward. Yes, we're going to talk to her youthful expressions. Of course, Michelle has already Nini, I think Ata Elizabeth naenda kunini saizi tuongee naye. So yeah, thank you so much for coming. Keep it youthful expressions. Now they have a logo. They have not told you they have a nice logo that is now you can use to advertise expressions.
Yes,
They
yes.
can send. They can send you that logo. They can send you that logo and then we can discuss. With that being said, we should buy lunch for everyone here who's an avid subscriber here. We will do that.
Yay.
Otherwise,
Yay.
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Naogoja namba zenyu na hamtumi.
Tunatuma kwa inbox.
Michelle, si mimi naweza toka sasa?
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Derry
Hii
ametuma.
namba ya nani inafanana na yangu? Hiyo namba ya Derry inafanana na yangu.
Thank you so much, guys.
Bye-bye.